So, confidence coaching, what I do. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jonathan. I'm a confidence coach. I've been coaching now for almost 11 years. I love it. It's my passion. I've made some notes here because some key things that I don't want to leave out from this talk. I usually just do my YouTube videos. I just freestyle. I don't need to script or remember anything because just years of experience. But today I want to make some key points. So just to let you guys know, and girls, if you're new to my channel, I help my clients to overcome social anxiety, self-doubt, negative thoughts, negative beliefs, procrastination, self-sabotage, and fear in general. And the confidence that I help them to build, it enables them to go on and achieve goals and be successful in any area of life or specific areas that are important to them, whether it's financially, relationships, confidence, career, hobbies, fitness, etc. So one of the biggest challenges that my clients face, and I'd say the whole planet does, is negative beliefs about themselves, which obviously originate from past bullying, criticism, negative experiences, and all these negative things that happen to us and happen to you when you're younger. If you don't address these things, they start to develop fear, anxiety, social anxiety, shyness, doubt, low self-esteem, low self-worth, overthinking, an excessive amount of fear of what people will think about you. And people generally tend to isolate, procrastinate, and they're not happy with themselves, and they don't enjoy their life, and they don't, challenge themselves and do new things because they're so frightened of being judged again and experiencing awkwardness or getting embarrassed or negative emotions that most people don't try. They design their life in a way where they're comfortable, they're protected, and they're safe, and that's okay for a while, but after a while it becomes horrible. It's like Groundhog Day. It gets depressing, you lose confidence, you become bitter, and then you're not grateful for the things that you've got in your life, and you can't achieve the things that you really want. So what this is really about, this video today, is how to deal with negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, negative moods, and the negative story that you tell yourself. It's human nature. We all experience from day to day negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative emotions. But the difference between successful people and people that are unsuccessful is successful people deal with their negative emotions a lot better. They use their negative emotions and feelings and thoughts and some of that low self-esteem to drive forward and to put it into their business or their relationships or their finances or being a better personal training or gym or traveling. They channel it into positive things. And when you channel negative thoughts and emotions and negative stories and traumas, it's actually an advantage. The negative emotions is it's like currency. It will actually help you to make more money if that's one of your goals in business. But if you don't do anything about it, and you let the negative emotions and feelings and thoughts and stories possess you and discourage you, they'll just beat you into the ground, and then they'll just hold you up. So it's not innately that negative thoughts and emotions and feelings are particularly negative. They're only negative when you don't do nothing about it. An example is, you wouldn't say that having trash in a can is negative, but if you don't empty out your trash can regularly, it's going to start stinking, all the food. It's probably going to invite things in your house that you don't want, and it's going to build up, it's not going to be nice. But if you empty out the trash regularly, then it's not negative, it's a positive. So in the same way, people don't learn how to empty out the negative thoughts in their psyche, in their body, and it gets stuck. And all these things create frustration, anger, emotional problems, social anxiety, low self-esteem, negative thoughts, negative feelings, worrying, fear, not being able to concentrate, procrastination. It's all a combination of not knowing how to deal with these things. So I would say the way that I teach my clients to overcome these emotional challenges is by developing the skills and the tools to be able to practice getting over these every day. In order to do that, you need motivation, and you need the right goals, and you need the right values, because if you don't have clear goals, why are you going to face something that's difficult? You're not going to want to do it. You're not going to have an incentive. So when you've got a goal that you're so passionate about achieving, and you're obsessed with it, and it's a healthy obsession, and it's a positive thing for you and probably everyone else, you can override your emotions, and then you're not governed, you're not dictated, you're not controlled every day by your emotions, because emotions come and go. You know, you can be feeling great for an hour and a thought can come in, or you get a challenge in your life and all of a sudden you've got negative emotions. So if we go by our emotions, we're going to be all over the place. We won't be able to keep relationships. So this emotional stability is so important, not just with getting over social anxiety and developing confidence and social skills and living a successful life, but in all areas of life. And that was the biggest challenge when I was younger. I was terrified of my emotions and I was ashamed. I just felt like I shouldn't have bad emotions, I should always have good emotions. But of course, as you get older and more experienced, that's completely absurd, that's not true. So it's normal to have negative emotions, but it's learning how to take responsibility and use those emotions to do something positive. So another example on a practical level that I've done for my life to inspire my clients and people that follow me, I used a lot of my trauma, negative emotions and stories, and I lost 30 pounds in weight and I feel great now. And I changed my diet and I fell in love with training and exercising. I've also done that to make money in my business and to help my clients to make money and to be a better person and to start do so many things. So what is your goals? What is your vision? And it doesn't matter what other people think, it's important to you. So if you said my goal is to become successful in life, brilliant. Write the goal down, make it clear, or my goal is to get the best relationship I can, or to get married, or to have a family, or to change my career, or to travel the world, or to increase my income. You've got to write the goal down. You can't just write it down and tell yourself lies, you have to really commit to it. And if you can't do it on your own, I've always said it, smart people get mentors, they invest in coaches that can help them to go to a place that they can't go on their own. They're not going to be able to do it. A lot of coaching that I do, and good coaching, is about mental and emotional support, because again, it comes back to the mind and the heart and the emotions, and most people can't manage their mind on their own. They can't get themselves to do things because they're so frightened of failing, of being judged and experiencing more negative emotions. So it's almost like you've got to stop fearing negative emotions, and you can only really do that by working through them in a positive way, not fearing them, not thinking my life's over because I feel negative or I'm getting negative thoughts, but what can I do with it? And the more you practice these disciplines, the better. You just like anything that you practice and you're really passionate about, the better you become, the more confident, the more competent, the more you get better. And of course, the more you practice what I'm saying, the more you're naturally going to have positive emotions, positive thoughts, and eventually you're going to change the negative story about yourself which says, I'm not good enough, I'm not attractive enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, I can't learn new things, everybody's better than me. It's not true. It's quite a victim story, but of course I've been through it, we've all been through it when we've had a loss in confidence. So you build confidence by setting goals with the right values that are in line with your values, holding yourself accountable, or if you can't hold yourself accountable, a friend, a group, or a coach, or a mentor, or a teacher, or a therapist, or whatever works for you, and working towards those goals every day. When you've got a focus and you've got a goal and a vision and it excites you and it motivates you, that in and of itself generates more positive emotions. So avoiding negative emotions will only give you more negative emotions. You know, lying and all these defense mechanisms, they just bring on more pain. So if you use your pain in a positive way to be a better person, to go gym, start a business, work on your communication skills, you know, communicate with people more, your family, your friends, your existing relationships, new people, travel, to live a positive life or follow your heart, I honestly believe that every single person, every man and woman has got a God-given gift, something that they are really good at, that they're meant to do, that would change their whole life and it would benefit everyone else. But if you don't face your fears and you don't learn how to have more emotional stability and you don't learn how to use your negative emotions and transform them into positive emotions, and that's the transformation of low self-esteem to high self-esteem, having no confidence to having a really healthy, good confidence, you know, being anxious and awkward and shy and becoming confident and extroverted and relaxed and social. To go through that transformation and to build and develop and change your whole life and change your confidence, you've got to learn how to work through these emotions. And these emotions are very positive if you use them. They're only negative when you don't do nothing with them. And that's when they get stuck. And people always use this fancy word, fair enough, it's an excuse, they feel kind of justified. Procrastination, I procrastinate. But that's, if you keep telling yourself that, then that's going to be your identity, even though that's not your identity, but you're telling yourself that. So people tell themselves, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, I'm a loser, I'm not attractive enough. You've got to stop telling yourself that. If you keep telling yourself that, then that's going to be your life. You're going to project that. You're going to act like someone who's not confident, and you're going to get that in life. You're going to close opportunities down. You're probably going to ruin relationships. You're going to ruin your financial potential. Everything in life because of self-sabotaging, a lack of discipline, a lack of mental and emotional stability. So this stuff might sound like, oh, it's quite simple, it's quite straightforward, and when you get used to it, it can actually become really rewarding, but it's changing your relationship with your emotions and not doing what most people do. What I did when I was younger was getting down because you have some sad emotions. You know, it's part of the human experience. It's not natural and it's not reality to always be happy, but you can always find ways of being grateful. You can always say, what can I do? If I'm having a down day, I can go gym, clean my apartment, speak to a friend, think about what I'm grateful in my life, appreciate or change my perspective, do some soul searching reading. For me it's faith, do some praying, be thankful. There's many things that you can do, but you've got to come outside the box. You've got to come out of your everyday routine, which is probably negative, it's limited, it's the same. You're controlling everything because you're afraid of letting go of control. You're not growing as a person. So this is how you do it. And I see incredible results on my confidence coaching programs with my clients. But yeah, look, I understand, I am compassionate. It is really hard for people to start, for everyone, myself included. But you have to get past that. Because if you feel sorry for yourself, no one's going to change it for you. You have to commit. Even I can't help you if you're not committed. I can only coach people that are committed because it just won't work. So it's a commitment. And it starts off with clear goals. What is your goal? Is it a relationship? Is it develop your career? Is it to be successful? Is it to go to university? What is it? Is it to help people? Is it to travel? Is it to develop a skill or hobby that you've got? Is it to make changes? Is it to quit an addiction? It's all about what is your goal. You know, if it's important to you, write it down. You know, put it on a vision board, write it in your phone, look at it every day and design a strategy to work towards it. Is it to lose weight? Whatever it is. You know, confidence is gained through setting goals and achieving goals and having accountability, and of course you need discipline. You need it's all good and well setting a goal, that's great, and saying, well, I want to lose 30 pounds, but if you don't actually physically take the action, then it's not going to change. Just a pipe dream, you're just saying things and you're not doing it. So you have to take those steps every day, one step at a time, until it gets a bit easier, until you start building momentum and you start getting passionate and you start to feel yourself getting more enthusiastic and you start to see the results, and then you're going to want to go more. So motivation will eventually lead to you building confidence and reducing all these anxiety issues. Accountability, goal setting, passion, because it's not enough just to go through the motions. A lot of people do that and they don't get anywhere in life. You have to allow yourself to be yourself and free up and have fun and not take life so seriously, but enjoy it as well and be driven. And when you're passionate about what you do, you don't worry about what people think, because you're enjoying what you do. You worry about what you think. And confidence comes from all these things: relationship building, you know, facing fear, being disciplined, being accountable, challenging yourself, coming outside of your comfort zone, growing, meeting people, being kind to people, sharing stories. All these new experiences give you confidence, and they get you out of your head, and they help you to disprove the negative story in your head, which is in childhood mostly, and then it's future fears, and it's all the anxieties that you've developed around what people have said to you, what you've told yourself. So you have to start talking to yourself in a positive way. You've got to work on that. You've got to change that relationship with how you talk to yourself, and you've got to be very aware of the negative thoughts and not identify with them. People think that they're negative thoughts. They're not. They're just thoughts. It's just part of the human condition. And sometimes thoughts come in and they don't make sense. You just ignore them, going, I'm going to ignore that negative thought. And the more you work on training and socializing and your goals and your dreams and your aspirations, the more you don't identify and you don't take those thoughts seriously. And if you get a barrage of negative thoughts, then you go and work out. and you exercise them out and you feel better. Like cleaning the rubbish or cleaning the apartment, you always feel better when you clean the apartment, always feel calmer and more relaxed, more free. It's no different with the human being. We always feel better when we go gym, when we contribute, when we give value, whether it's in friendship or kindness or in our business, and when we receive, when we're not expecting it, is a great feeling, and we connect nice relationships. So the giving. But a lot of people, they don't give because they're so selfish to their own emotions and what they're going on. And sometimes you've got to think outside of you and realize that there are other people that are suffering and not the only one. It's not just you, it's life. It's happening to all of us. But the people that are successful change their attitude, and they have gratitude, and they look at positives even when it's challenging, and they move forward and live a great life. And I would say what really helped me in the earlier days to become successful and become a coach was listening to Les Brown, listening to Anthony Robbins, listening to positive people, positive men and women, and training myself every day to think more positive, and then taking positive action. So positive thinking, positive action, and good emotional self-control, learning how to deal with negative thoughts and emotions that come in and channel them into positive projects and things, and business and relationships and your finances and your health. You're going to get a great outcome, and then you're going to go, well, I'm glad I've got these negative emotions. They've helped me to change my life. I'm happier, I'm more positive, more energetic, more enthusiastic, feel better about myself. So that was the lesson today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the box below if you got a lot out of this, and I'd love to know what your goals are, what your dreams are, if I can help you a bit more. And if you'd like to apply for my confidence coaching, send me an email in the box below, and I will get back to you, or we'll arrange a call or a phone call or a Zoom call, and then I'll ask you some questions and have a chat and see if you're right for my coaching. Obviously, if I'm the right coach for you, alright? Speak to you guys soon. I really appreciate you coming on the video. Have a great day. Bye.